Good morning, my friends. Are around the corner, and I thought today I'm going to show you how to make the juiciest, most delicious turkey that you can make. The way I make it, I brine it. Brining is a method that makes the flesh of the turkey or anything that you're brining firmer, but also much juicier. So, and the flavors that you put in the brine, they go all the way into the bone, kind of. So they seep all the way into the deepest fleshy parts of your turkey or anything that you're making. Now today I'm gonna show you what things I use in my brine. The brine has to be salty, like a sea water, you know, as if you're swimming in the ocean. The way the ocean tastes, that's how this needs to taste. It's not gonna be salty at the end because we rinse it and all that salt seeps out again. But do that and you won't regret it. Let me show you what I have. I have here some bay leaves. So it depends on the size of your turkey. My turkey is small, so I will use about 3-4 bay leaves. It doesn't really matter. We're gonna steep this like a tea. So the amount of bay leaves or any spice it doesn't make a huge difference, but it's good to have a lot of flavor into this. I also use some star anise. You can also use cloves if you wish. I use allspice, about a teaspoon worth of allspice in there. I also use a teaspoon of peppercorns. I use a couple of pods of cardamom, and this takes away the gaminess of any meat that you're doing. So what I do, I break it between my thumbs, just like that, to release the little pods inside. Okay, it's not as easy as I thought it would be, or my fingers lost their power. Okay, here we go. See, we put that in. And now in here, I also take an orange and I zest it. Don't use the pith. Make sure that it's only the orange part goes in, because the pith makes the brine bitter. So I do an orange. And see all that oils that are spraying out. Make sure to catch them in that bowl that you're gonna add the water to, because that has a lot of flavor. I will do the same with a lemon. Okay, and now it's time to add some herbs. That you can be creative. I have sage, and turkey and sage, they really pair very well. So I'm gonna add about a tablespoon of dried sage. I'm assuming this is a tablespoon, but here I'm gonna measure it for you to know. Right there, it's a tablespoon. And crush the leaves a little bit, put them in. I also have dried thyme. I'm gonna add also a tablespoon of that. That sounds like a delicious tea. Okay, so now we have that too. And into this, I will have 2 tablespoons of sea salt that is fine, or double that amount if it's coarse sea salt, because the volume, the weight of the salt changes depending on the size of its flakes. So 2 tablespoons, and then you add water. I boiled the water because I want to steep it like tea. I boil the water and I add 4 cups of water. I'm gonna add it to become 4 cups. and I let it steep until the water cools down, and that's when you can use it to marinate your turkey. I'll show you how it looks as soon as it's done. Now that my brine has cooled and I washed my turkey with cold water and I rubbed it with some lemon to get rid of any things that might be on it, I prepared a bowl lined with a plastic bag, clean one, food grade. I'm gonna put my turkey in the bag, in the bowl, and I will add my brine in it. We can put the bag up just like that, and all the goodies that are in that brine, all the spices and the herbs and the zest goes in. Now I prepared 2 liters. I'm hoping that will be enough. You prepare as much as you need for the size of turkey that you have. Okay, now I have the water. I can see it. It's all. I'll show you in a minute. I'm gonna just tie the bag, and when you tie it, it pulls up the liquid, the brine, so it can cover all the turkey. Just like that. And now this I'm gonna park in the fridge for about 12 hours. It can be 8 hours, up to 12 hours. And if the bowl is small, the way I have it, just every once in a while, twice through the 12-hour period, just flip the turkey from one side to another so the brine covers the whole thing. Hello back. It's the turkey is marinated over 12 hours. I didn't have time to do it on time, but it's gonna be okay. I washed it, rinsed it, and you can air dry it or take paper towel. Make sure that you dry it, rinse it from inside and out the way I did. Sometimes you can't get rid of all the herbs. See, I can still have some herbs and nicks and crannies inside, but it's okay. All those, they add flavor. So I just wanted to make sure to show you that I washed it, and just to bring it to your attention. Normally I buy a special bag for marination, which is really thick and very durable. This time I didn't have time to do that. I had a food grade bag which I used, but it is a little flimsy, so I double bagged it and I put it in this pot, so if it does seep or leak, it doesn't ruin my fridge and anything inside. So just make sure that whatever bag you're using, it's food grade and it's not one that can leak into anything else, just for food safety. Now, I have here a roasting pan, and I have also this wire basket inside, and that is good because it makes the air, while it's baking, it makes the air flow all around the turkey. So make sure that your pan is not too crowded for an even airflow go around, and this way it's gonna be evenly baked. You don't have hot spots over cooler spots. Now, what I'm gonna do is I melted here about 4 or 5 tablespoons of butter. I'm gonna rub the turkey with butter, mostly the top and the chest, and a little bit on the bottom, because everything from the top seeps to the bottom, so the bottom is always gonna be juicy and basted from the liquids that come from the top to the bottom. So, but into that butter, I'm gonna add about half a teaspoon to 3/4 of a teaspoon sugar, and that helps to caramelize the turkey as it's baking and give it this amber, beautiful color that we all seek to get. So it's not gonna sweeten it in any way, it's just gonna help the caramelization. So I did put this. Now I just dip and rub the butter all over. And like I said, the bottom gets basted anyways, so you don't have to even worry about flipping your turkey and rubbing it from the bottom. So this is done. Now in the cavity of the turkey, we can fill with some vegetables and some flavoring. What I have here, I have cloves of garlic, not peeled. They have the peel on it still, but I'm gonna just put that inside. That's my oven ready. And some onion. Those, as the turkey is cooking, they will be steaming inside and flavoring the turkey furthermore. Okay, I have some celery. I will put it all in the cavity. And as well as some lemon juice. So I'm gonna squeeze a little bit on top, just like this. I'll squeeze one more on the thighs, just like this. And now the rest, I will put some inside and some in the cavity that at the neck, right there. And you put the flap of the skin over it so you can cover it. And also I'll put a couple at the pan, just like that. Now, for the wings, those tips, because they will be the highest and most exposed, you need to tuck them in. So what I do is I tuck the tip of the wing under the thigh and it holds it in place, just like that. See, that's good. And now those legs, I will also tie them with cooking twine. Oh, my hands are greasy. And that will give a good shape for the turkey as it's cooking, so it doesn't look indecent. Normally for baking, I heat my oven 350 degrees, preheated. And for every pound of turkey, you need 13 to 15 minutes of baking. So I have here a 12 pounder, so that will add up to about 3 hours. And depending on the size of your turkey, you do your calculations and you bake it as directed. If the breast starts getting cooked or red a lot faster than the rest, and that's because it's much higher, you can put a piece of foil just over the breast as soon as it achieves the color that you're looking for, and let the thighs stay exposed so they can continue to cook and brown as you're liking. So now I'm gonna pop it into the oven and I'm gonna show it to you when it's finished. My turkey have cooked. It took a little less time than 3 hours because I had it on my convection. Now I let it cool a little bit and I'm moving it into this plate that I have prepared from leaves from around my garden. And here is your turkey. Happy Thanksgiving.